And so, mates, it's day number 265 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And I have service heroes with me. And we are a part of Team Todd. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have each one introduce themselves and what is it that their mission is. And also, we are going to talk about what it's been like for us for the last 3 months of nonstop fun, right, guys?
That's right.
Yeah.
So, to start off, I'm Tamara Hunter, and this is Tamara Hunter Service Heroes. And I'll talk at the very end a little bit about what it is that my mission that I'm representing with the next Impactor is. Okay, we were talking about how we're going to do this. Now, what did we decide? Are we going to introduce each other, or are we going to introduce ourselves?
What do the viewers want?
You're on.
I want a nameplate like the rest of you. What's the deal?
You have one.
Lauren?
You have one. Yeah.
I just can't
You have one.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
can't see
I
your
just
own.
wanted to,
Right
I just
now,
want to be excluded.
but you do have one.
Okay, thank you.
So you have nothing like that. Okay, why don't we just make it easy? Introduce yourselves and what it is that your mission is. Okay, I'm not gonna like play too many fun games here. We'll just play those at the end. Okay, Lauren, why don't you start?
Oh, I get to start?
Yeah, because you're
like
to my
first in
right. Or yeah, to my left. Whatever, you know.
So my name is Lauren Stiganga, and I am a mother of 2. And for a little bit of time, I wasn't really enjoying motherhood. And so I was on this journey of how to get out of guilt and shame and become a happy mom. And so my mission now is to help moms be happy and create harmonious homes with tools and techniques that are readily available to us.
I love it. That's great. Thank you. Okay, Brooke.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Brooke Curran. My mission is to end youth homelessness and the problems that plague our youth today by connecting them and providing them with resources that they need so that all of our kids can lead a happier, healthy, and loving life. So I do that through my creativity as a graphic designer and providing our nonprofits and our change makers with the funds necessary and the voices necessary to make this impact happen. So
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
And we were having a little bit of a feedback there. I don't know if someone doesn't have earbuds. It's hard for me to tell.
We all got them.
Okay. Well, then, you know what? We're just gonna deal with it. Okay. Alicia.
I'm Alicia Marcus Barong, and I'm a life coach, but my ultimate goal in life is to empower women, but mainly starting with younger women from 8 to 14, be able to change the chatter, take all the negative stuff that's in their mind, and be able to empower them to control their lives and be able to celebrate the uniqueness that they are. And so I do that through my program called Chatter Girls.
Awesome. And then, of course, I'm Tamara Hunter, and we just lost Lauren. Okay. I'm sure she'll come back. I have a nonprofit, Chemo Buddies for Life. We are healing through connections within a buddies network. And we are here to support people that are affected by cancer, both the cancer patient and that person that loves and supports them. And so we are all currently on Team Todd. That's Todd Special. I love his name. How did he do that?
Because we're special. We are special.
We're on the special.
That's right. We're on the special.
Can you imagine growing up with that name? Todd Special. I mean, wow.
There you go.
You know, I think that explains a lot, because he really does have this amazing attitude and strength that comes through, and very self-assured. And so can you imagine, I mean, that really goes along to a lot of what you guys, I think all three of you, kind of your underlying message of, if you have a positive message and you have positive words being spoken around you, it is going to help your self-esteem and to help the foundation of your life. And can you imagine, having a name like that, that's going to instill something pretty incredible, I would think. And I mean, just a side note, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, so what I really want to do, and why I asked you guys all here, is we have something pretty exciting happening on Saturday. Who wants to go first and talk about your feelings in regards to the top 25? We're in the top 50 right now, and they are going to be bringing it to the top 25. Who wants to talk about that?
I think it's pretty exciting. I mean, it's getting real. It's getting really real right now, right? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's. I think it's been. I don't know. I think the experiences is going to be up to a level now, and it's going to be intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I mean, we've had some intense situations of things that we've had to do and everything. And I guess the favorite thing about mine is that no matter who ends up on this team when we have the 25, I know that, it's a situation of we built a relationship, and even, for like Tamara, okay, we didn't know you, but we know you now, and you're part of our life. And so no matter where we fall in the cut, we still are a part of Team Todd, and we still will support you no matter everyone, no matter what. And, but yeah, it's, kind of scary, kind of exciting, going, okay, here we go. So I don't know. I'm like you, Brooke. I kind of think they're really going to push us now. I mean, we've already been pushed, but way beyond our limits.
Yeah.
And then Lauren, the one that's just been lately. I mean, you had the last challenge, and yet Lauren, for many that don't know, has been kind of our unofficial. I don't want to say. I mean, she's just like the unofficial cheerleader that has become the official cheerleader, because so many people within our team actually nominated her, if not me, then you, because of the fact that she's just been there for everybody. And, Carol, thank you so much. Carol is one of my ambassadors for Chemo Buddies for Life, and she also supports Teresa Schneider with her show. And so she knows she knows each and every one of the impactors, and has been following each and every one. And that really right there, I think it really is such a wonderful comment, that we are all inspirational leaders, that we are all winners. And that is something that we've talked about in our team this whole time. So Lauren, you lately have been like, I mean, we all have been, but I know you've been really pushing it with the fundraiser that you had over that weekend,
Right.
And then right after that, and you have been really pushing to get that ready and going as the official fundraiser for the Fusion Project. And then on top of it, you think, okay, I get to sleep.
Right.
Oh no, I don't. My number's up, literally. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have this latest one that is a challenge that is really challenging for all of us. And so how are you feeling in regards to this week and coming into Saturday?
I guess I'm not thinking about Saturday yet, because I still it's literally it's the learning curve of, okay, what's right in front of us. And it's such a symbolism of life, of if you get too far ahead of yourself, you're going to miss what's right in front of us. And I've been really, with having two little ones, and the intensity of this whole competition, and being there for each other, and also not forgetting about the family that, is needing my attention and desiring it. I've had to really stay present and stay focused and work at what energy am I putting out there, and am I tapping myself dry?
Mhm.
And so I know I've done everything I possibly can to put myself in the next round, and I just, gotta just put it up to, the higher. If I meant to be, I meant to be there. But I know that I don't regret anything that has gone down, and I'm grateful that the experience has brought us together, and that no one can take that away, regardless of what shows up Saturday.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
beauty of doing this work. I mean, the beauty of doing mission work like this is you really make friends with people who care, and that's why this has been such a great experience. I've gotten to know all of you guys on a deeper level, and I'm really
Yeah.
grateful for that. It's really cool. So it just brings tears to my eyes. I'm going to be overclamped now.
I know, Saturday, nothing's happening Saturday.
Well, and of course, in the spirit of fun, I'm going to do a pre party and a post party, and then have a geeky party during the top 25, however they're going to present it, because the thing about it, and this is the thing that I have really, really, truly loved being on our team, because in the very beginning I was the odd man out, or the odd woman out. Well, we have a few of us, but because we have our Nigerian friend. So how do you say her name correctly?
Solian.
Solian. So and then we have Naria, we have Dave, we have Brian, and then we had two others that did they left, and they left because they supported our team. And that's the thing that I just really want to say thank you to, each and every one of our team members, because I didn't know any of you guys, not one. And all of my friends went on to one other team. And at the first, I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's happening here? And it was the biggest blessing that I could have ever asked for, because you guys opened your arms to me, totally brought me in. You made me feel like I really am a part of the Chicagoland.
Chicago.
You got friends in Chicago. You can get your dog, your hot dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go to a Cubs game. We'll treat you right. You come on down to Chicago.
Okay, I just need to know how many days to plan to be able to become a Chicagoan, so I can get out there and have some fun.
Well,
Windy City, baby. Windy City.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's okay. I don't have much hair anymore, so it can do as many as it wants. So, I would love to hear from you guys. Number one, the Fusion Project. That is our fundraiser. And I know we're all wearing our Fusion shirts.
yeah, cool.
Now, we still have Fusion shirts to sell, don't we?
We sure do.
We do.
We sure do.
Okay, so we want,
Who wants a shirt? You
everyone
get a
out there,
shirt.
if everyone
You get a shirt.
On this show. We got shirts for the people on this show. Just sign up, go there. We'll send them to you.
It's nice and soft.
It's so nice.
It's beautiful, and the colors are really cool. And we're selling these. It is a donation. It is a donation. It is a tax-deductible donation of a great price. Who wants to say the price?
Brooke.
Well, I think we decided on 35. Wasn't that right? And that pays for shipping and handling. So
there you go. So $35. That's all in, guys. All in, $35. Let's start having. And I love it. Carol saying that we're team players, and absolutely, we're team players, and we're team Fusion Project right now. So let's do this. We have shirts to still sell. Mm-hmm. We have a team to support. Let's be selling these shirts. So comment, get a hold of one of us. Let's $35.
So,
It's a
and look at this also that it $40 is 1 month for a girl to go through the program. So if you want to even just do $40, but 35 will cover majority of that. And so if you're looking at what that money is going towards, 1 month in a program for these girls at that age where they're so vulnerable for all these different things is beyond a t-shirt. It's just kind of a thank you. A thank you for helping support the cause.
So let's make it $40, guys. $40. Let's do it. You know,
Yeah.
There you go.
Sponsor a
and
girl. Get it
sponsor
done.
a girl for a month.
Yeah.
We've got a GoFundMe page up, and we'll put it in the link. $40 for a girl for a month. $240 if you're feeling generous and you're feeling the love. $240 is a semester. $480 is one girl for a whole year. And this is a program that is helping girls. Alicia, why don't you talk about it? Because you're the one that actually suggested the Fusion Project. Why don't you educate why this is so important?
Well, it's really an amazing program that Michelle Jinks put together. And I guess when I was listening to people and I'm thinking we're asking them for money and stuff, and maybe somebody's like, in California or whatever. But one big thing is that this program is amazing. And by helping these girls in this program, we're going to help this program grow into more than this just one town. It's going to allow it to grow in your backyard. And so it's a situation of taking care of girls in their needs. And so what happens at the middle school that Michelle does this program at is an opportunity to help their self-confidence, help them deal with negative situations, give them tools, and really allow them to feel empowered and celebrate their uniqueness. And that changes the dynamic for their lives in many ways, whether it's in their school or with friends or whoever. It gives them a new opportunity. I had a great opportunity recently to meet with a number of the girls who had graduated from this program who are now in high school or in college. And, they're amazing young women. They have challenges that have been in their lives, and they have won. They have won so early in life. And look at all of us. If we had that knowledge, then our lives would have been completely different. So every person out there, think of what you were like when you were in middle school. And what were those challenges? And if somebody was there knocking on the door and saying, hey, I can help you be able to deal with these challenges and make your life different, wouldn't you want it? And we have an opportunity to help people give that to the girls.
Right. So, and I just want to make it very clear that I invited all of my dear teammates to come on. And if any of you guys need to leave and pop out for any reason, feel free to, because, and it'll be fine. If you want to stay, go ahead and stay. I'd love for you to stay, whatever works with your schedules, because I know that everybody here is extremely busy. So I just wanted to say that openly right now. And so there's, it's not like, okay, when do I go? Just pop out if you need to go. But so I have a question for you, Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to you, and first of all, Brooke is the one that, let's give some credit where credit is due. Brooke is the one that came up with the Fusion Project shirts, right? And
yes.
and now I know that you are a service hero, and we did a really great show, and I appreciate the show we did together. And you really did explain to me a lot about why it is that you're working with the youth, why it is that you have an affinity to and why this project is actually a project that really means a lot to you. Do you want to give any kind of a personal share on that right now? Because of the fact that I think that this audience that we have right now might
Right.
be some different people that saw your show. And I want people to understand how important this program is. And Alicia just, I think, really pointed out some really good facts.
Okay. Oh, sure. I think in growing up, we all have lovely families that are dysfunctional to a certain degree. um,
Yeah.
and mine was no exception. And, it gave me the problems we had in our family gave me a lot of anxiety. And as a little girl at the age of 9, I really didn't know what to do with that. So I had a lot of anxiety, and that led to depression. I felt very isolated, but like a program like the Fusion Project would have really helped with that. I mean, luckily, I found my way with Girl Scouts and music and art, and I found role models and other adults. So I was able to climb out of that. But role models are so important for those junior high age. They're really sensitive, they're really vulnerable, and they're at an age where it's like up is down and down is up and left is right, and it's crazy. So I was really grateful for the role models I had, but I think the Fusion Project would be a great thing to have in every school, because maybe there are some kids who don't have that access to what I had as a kid. So having a positive adult to really lift you up and say, hey, look, everything's going to be all right. You are talented, and you are beautiful, and you are loved, and you can do this, so girls need that especially. So
They
yeah.
truly do. They truly do. And Lauren, if you don't mind, I'd love to ask you a question in regards to and guys, it's interesting how we are all growing and learning. And today I learned even more about Lauren's mission, and it even brought that much more of a connection to why this Fusion Project. And you were sharing that when you were preparing for the fundraiser that you did. Thank you very much for doing that. You were able to really feel that connection with this program, and now I even understand that much more because of what it is that you're doing with your own company, empowering the village, and your message. And how do you feel that these things connect? And if you had been able to have the Fusion Project, how do you think that would have shaped you? I mean, I know it's kind of looking backwards, but
Yeah. I always like to talk to my younger self, right? It's like, oh, girl, you'll be fine. Just hang on. And so I was, growing up, always considered shy. And I mean, people still think I'm that. I just observe a lot in the beginning, because and then I learn about people by watching. I also had learning disabilities when I was growing up. So like there's a lot of just like shamefulness of like, I don't know where I fit in. And so my gifts and the contribution that I can have towards people was not identified or embraced until much older. So I look about, how this program could have helped me, and just maybe an inkling of, you know what, you just being you is perfect and like needed. And now the group of people I work with are, me 5 years ago, and they're the stressed out, overwhelmed moms. And I look back, and when I made a choice to make a change in my household on what I was doing and how I could take care of myself better, it was directly about my son. Because we always do things for our kids, right? It's harder to put ourselves first. And so by me making that choice of putting myself first, me and my son's relationship shifted and changed. And I saw his behavior as just communicating to me of like, you figure it out, mom, because like this is not working. And so I look at the program as I'm helping the older generation, like the moms, the caregivers, for the stuff that they weren't dealing with when they were 13 years old, so that we don't have this cycle occurring again. So if I could help that in any way, That's what I'm here. That I feel like that's my strong purpose, and I'm figuring it out still, right? I don't have perfect days every day, but then I can reflect and like, all right, what worked, what didn't work, and I bounce back a whole lot quicker than I was years ago.
Thank you for sharing that. Does anybody have anything that you would like to add in regards to the Fusion Project before we change? Because I want to start talking about the next Impactor a little bit more. So, if you could say, something in closing on this subject, what would you share? Why don't we start with Alicia?
Well, I mean, the Fusion Project is very close to my heart because it starts off where my program leaves. And so Michelle and I are on a very good wire together of this journey to be able to help these girls. And so that's why it's so close to me, because I see that I lay a foundation and Michelle is just continuing laying it and doing the work. And so, it takes a village, or it takes a team to be able to accomplish some of these things. When we approach them, they're small. When we get really close to them, they're really, really big. And I want to affirm Brooke and Lauren. I have similar stories, and I think we all do. I think that people who serve others, a lot of times, they want to make what wasn't right for them right for the future. And so that's our opportunity to be able to do that with the Fusion Project.
Yep.
Brooke.
Yes. I think, the Fusion Project is also very important because it gives these girls a foundation to really learn how to have healthy relationships with people. So again, they don't, besides avoiding the path of anxiety and depression, they'll also avoid that path of abusive relationships that results from low self-esteem and a lack of self-love. So there's just so many good points to the Fusion Project.
Exactly. It's hard to say, because I think of it in so many different spokes, and you could go down that spoke and that's amazing, that spoke is amazing. And I just want to recognize we have one of our teammates that's watching from Nigeria right now. So
hello.
It's so great to have you here. We have an international team. Lauren, what would you like to share?
In closing for Fusion, it's our way as adults to show the youth that we really do care. And that, just gets me choked up, because it's like so often a lot of these kids feel like they're not worthy, that no one cares about them. They don't have a voice. And so I see this as a powerful program to maybe, where it is right now. And I'm hoping that, we get more information out there to people and they'll want to bring it to their area. And that's what really gets me excited about, our international team.
Yes. Woohoo. And Lonely Wolf in middle school and high school, and a lot of people have been, Carol, and what was even back in, because Carol's more wink, wink, my generation, and or maybe just a little younger, wink, wink, and so you think about it. Lone wolves back in those days had a whole different feel and a whole different kind of almost danger level than they do now. Because if you're a lone wolf now, that is not only a problem possibly for your future, it is absolutely a possible problem for your present. And it could be a safety issue and problem. And so, and thank you for sharing, Carol. And by the way, hashtag live for those that are watching it live, please, and hashtag replay for those that watch and replay. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. And she's laughing. We got to have a little fun here. I just want to say, in regards to the Fusion Project myself, and why I was so thrilled to be working with it and could get it behind it in every which way, is because when you are dealing with a community of people that are faced by cancer, the patient, and then those people that love and support them, that's basically everybody. The cellular level is oftentimes affected, and stress does crazy horrible things to our bodies, guys. And so if we can teach our young to realize this and be empowered and to start shifting and turning and being safe here and now, and then gaining the tools to de-stress, and then the tools to become leaders and empowered women, and then affect future generations. I could spin off all day on this, and and you guys know I do spin off a lot, so I won't. However, Joy, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for moving this. Okay, and it's so great to see you, Joy. So thank you all for talking about the Fusion Project. Okay, yes, Fusion Project shirts. And everybody that has donated so far for the Fusion Project, I want to say thank you. And I do want to do a huge shout out. This whole box is full of jewelry from two different donations, two different types of jewelry, and they're all individually wrapped. Some of it are in these pink paparazzi type bags, because some of it is paparazzi jewelry. And then we have, I'm not going to get it all out, but we have, in this is what all the crystals are in, because we have crystal jewelry that was donated and custom made for the girl.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's all age
Wow.
appropriate. And and we're going to get those donation receipts to our two beautiful, wonderful donors. Thank you so very much for these. We will be getting these boxed items to Michelle here very, very soon. And so then she can be sharing it with the girls, and I'm sure she'll, we'll hear about it later, how it all went. And so I wanted to just say thank you for the donations of items for the Pretty Party. If other people want to donate for Pretty Party, please still contact us. We want to be able to do that. School supplies are welcome. Any kind of items like journals and things that girls in junior high would like to be able to use. And these items are used to help the mentors to talk with the girls and be able to get these messages, these impactful messages known. So, and cash is very much welcomed. So we will put the link in the show. Okay, so if anybody wants to exit, this is a good time. We're going to transition. And if you guys want to stay, I really want to now ask, for those that are staying, what is your biggest ta-da, your biggest aha that you've had in regards to being a part of the next Impactor that you had no clue you were going to face or experience, and is one of your biggest, one of the biggest things that you're taking with you right now? I'd love to hear. Whoever wants to start, just jump in.
The biggest learning moment.
Mm-hmm. And bye, Alicia. Thank you for participating. Yeah, biggest learning, aha. And Brooke, if you know, I'll share.
Yeah.
My biggest one, and the thing that I every day am so grateful to be a part of this program is that, kind of like in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy at the very end of the Wizard of Oz, she realized that she had everything she needed.
Yeah.
At the very end, but it took her experience in Oz, for her to realize she didn't have to go looking outside of her own home to have the adventures and to have, the people that she ended up having. They were there all along. She just didn't know it. And she had to have an experience for her to realize it. And I'm having some Wizard of Oz moments. And I'm so grateful for them, because some of the team members that have come on with Chemo Buddies for Life, some of these people were here. I just didn't possibly know that they'd be interested. I didn't think of asking them to be interested, and yet they were here in my world, and it took for me to go to Oz, the next Impactor, to
Sometimes it is kind of,
it is.
What type of reality are we in right now with all of these challenges?
it does feel a little like that, doesn't it?
I think it's been neat to be able to share our mission with the world, and seeing people get really excited. It's kind of like, wow, this is cool. And, like you, I've searched in other places to create magic, but it's always been inside of me. And when you share that, you create magic at a whole different level, new experiences. So I think it's really cool creating magic at a more on a people level. I've always done it. I've jumped down a few rabbit holes and created magic other ways, but this, just connecting with you guys and creating magic as a team, it's been really cool. Helping people's lives, helping people and changing lives here on this planet. It's pretty magical. So.
Thank you.
There's so many things like that keep coming flooding to me about like what's the one, and I can't choose, but it's like really kind of what you all are saying too about it's like bringing it to the surface. And I think it was during the branches challenge about I don't know what the term, what this many branches or whatever, that video about how like you don't have to wait to ask for permission. Or was that the thank you note? I don't know.
No, that was my challenge. I was the tree person.
Yeah.
Yes, that was yours. I
Yeah.
was grateful for that challenge because I got to know even you guys that much more.
Yeah. So
And
if you
when
guys haven't
shared
watched
that,
the videos, watch all of them and then you'll see. But it is that of how much I was holding back because I didn't want to step on people's toes, and I was concerned about how I would be perceived. I was like, wow, that is just holding me back so much. And so it's just, it just, things need to occur. And like, how bad do you want your mission to be out there? And how bad do you want to truly help people for the greater good? And so that kept coming up to the surface. It's like, well, this is like no question, this needs to get done. And these missions and these messages need to get out there. So it just like lit the fire, I think, a little bit more because it was such a short timeline. Like you don't have time to think, you just need to do it.
You have to move.
No. And then some of them you even have less time to think because the thing I have to say that I because one thing about a team and the way that this was, and I had no idea what the team challenges were going to be. I kind of saw it so completely different.
Right.
And we ended up having project managers and they were full team projects. And I didn't know that that's the way it was originally going to be. And that was another Oz moment kind of, like, wow, how exciting is this? I'm in a balloon. It's like, okay, I thought we were going this way, but no, we're really going over this way. And the thing about our team that I was so appreciative of is that we could have had some traumatic moments where we didn't come through with a team project, and the team actually pulled together.
Yeah.
And I really was, I have to say, just so incredibly touched by that I just was like, I love my team. I am so thrilled with my team because we truly formed a true team, didn't we?
Because we had that choice of, do we allow this person to fail? And I was like, that's just not even an option. like,
No.
like
Right.
we all literally did whatever it took so that we would make those target dates. And I know, like Brooke put in like, you were like an all-nighter.
You both put an all-nighter in on one.
Yeah.
And then another one, it was just like, okay, speed of light one.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Right.
like, okay, we got 20 minutes. Okay, let's make it happen, you know, and so, you know, you just do whatever you got to do
But
to
like
make it happen.
and you look at the projects and literally no one would even know. And like that's the beauty. It's like I don't think any of them looked like they were schlocked together.
No,
If that's
no.
even a word, but you know, it's just like we just focused on like what's required at this very moment and let's do it.
Right, right. And it was a matter of who has the ability and the skills and is willing to just, you know, and it wasn't even the willingness, it was just the actual, you know, like physically can do it at this very moment in time, because this very moment in time is the moment in time it needs to be done. And it wasn't like it's a convenient moment in time. It was just it needs to be done. And that's huge. I do know, and I want to say this too, because to give a lot of credit where credit is due, that there are a lot of teams that even some cross team situations took place, which I thought was really, really amazing too, because it shows the level of individuals that were attracted to this competition or challenge. Is that they were that all of us really are hearts driven and heart centered. And so when there had been a need for some people in some teams and they didn't have a team member that could do it, they went outside of their teams and people were willing to help. And I, you know, and I have to say that shared, that shows, that encourages, and that I believe is why there will be a second season of the next Impactor, which they're already starting to let people know that they're putting that out there, because of the fact that if you can have these kind of people come together, you want to know them. You want to know them, right?
Right.
So, but I have to say I'm partial to our team because, you know, our team did actually pull together completely, and we all kind of, you know, it was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do to help you? And so I just want to say that. Okay, so when I do need to ask this question, and then we'll go from here into the closing. When you guys had your name drawn, I know that Brooke, your son did a happy dance that I'll never forget. It was like this thing, you know.
It's the Fortnite. The floss. The floss. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, the floss is the name of it. Okay, the floss. Okay, so when you guys had your name drawn, Brooke, besides the floss, what was your initial thought?
Whoa, I actually got picked. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I guess I was a little shocked, but I was really grateful. I'm like, wow, wow, you know. I was just like, wow. I mean, I'm still kind of like, wow, like as the experience gets deeper and we're getting further into this, I'm still really, it's really grateful. It's kind of like, gosh, it's like divine inspiration happening here amongst all of us. We're all supporting each other to push each other to new levels.
Yeah.
It's really, it's like, and even though we may not know everything, it's like we're getting it in like little spoonfuls. So like when we're ready, we get another spoonful. Like here, okay, here, learn this. Okay, Now, okay, next one here. Now learn this. It's like we're like baby steps. So I think it's so yeah. At that moment that I heard it, I was like, whoa, this is what you've been asking for. It's just and the magic of it is just like it's like we're reinventing ours to a certain degree. It's like we're reinventing ourselves, and I'm getting the one thing that I've always wanted was more purpose with my profession, to really have it mean something. Because at one point, there's so many graphic designers out there, and I'm like, well, gosh, here I am, a middle-aged woman. How am I going to transform my career into something that's meaningful? Where am I taking this? What is the meaning of all this? And the next Impactor has been really eye-opening and just wonderful. So,
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Let me ask you one follow-up then. Now that you know what you know, what would you tell someone else that is possibly sitting in the same chair, your chair, similar chair? What would you tell them about thinking about putting their name into the ring?
go for it. Just go for it. You won't do it alone. You're not going to be doing it alone. So you have support, and it's fun. You get to meet a lot of cool people, and just go for it. It's one of those things that you will look back on and be really grateful that you decided to take the leap. So
I love it. I love it. Oh, Carol, spoonful of sugar makes the knowledge go down. I love her. I love her. I want to take this down, and I want to answer the question and give our dear teammate. She wanted to get in, and she was having problems, and sometimes the connections from Nigeria are difficult, and it was shared that extremely happy and that she never expected to be picked. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for being a part of the show right now, because there's more than one way to be able to digitally share things. So awesome. Okay, Lauren.
Yes. What was the question? What was my reaction?
Go ahead, Brooke. Go ahead.
Oh my God, like all those years ago or months ago.
I guess, what were you feeling when your name was picked to be a part of the contest?
It was honestly, it was a little mixed. My husband knows I don't do anything halfway. And so I had literally just removed myself from a different leadership role. And so he's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, it was divine timing. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. So, and he's like, okay. So there was excitement and curiosity. It was like, who's everybody on the team? How are we going to play? It was just like, how am I today? And what am I going to be by the end of this? And it certainly has stretched. I think every single one of us has grown in some capacity with it. And so, I'm grateful to have been part of it. Definitely.
Well, let me just share real quick my experience, because it was so interesting. I was doing the watch party with Mikey Adam Cohen, and Mikey had already been picked, and my name hadn't been picked yet. And all of a sudden, I'm getting my hand held, to the side, and it starts getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And he's a big guy, and I'm thinking, okay, I hope my name gets picked here soon, because
your hand's gonna fall off.
My hand's gonna get I gotta start moving my fingers here soon, And it was just so sweet, because it was like, like that moment in time. And so then when it happened, it was like, okay, I had a noticeable release, from him, and that and it was like, okay. And I was like, yes, my favorite number 9. So, that was really cool. Okay, so as we close, we have the big reveal, the top 25 reveal that is taking place on Saturday. And I'm going to be doing a watch party. Of course, you guys are invited for the pre-party. During the watch party, I will be minimizing myself, probably just even taking myself off the line, and then showing the event, and then we'll go into the post party. And so I'll be sending out links, guys, and any of the next impactors. I really want you guys to be able to come and party and have some fun, because what I would like to ask in closing is, we've had a lot of activity and a lot of deadlines and a lot of work and everything. But what fun, what take home do you have? What is your memory of fun that you're going to be able to say, okay, the next impactor, when I think of fun, I think of...
When I think of the next impactor and what fun we had.
Yeah. You know, like, okay, remember when I said, okay, outtakes, but
Oh my gosh, yeah.
it ended up being too long, so I couldn't do outtakes. So let's think of an outtake, some outtakes. What are your outtakes that you would, put at the end of a video?
My goodness. Well, the video I just did, I put my little friend squirrel that I just absolutely fell in love with. I'm like, you're in my video. If I'm going to make a video, you're in it. And then like what was the one where we were doing the thank you and we were doing all the athletic stuff? Like, I have really not done a jump rope in 30 years. And I'm like, oh, this is awful. And then just bringing my kids involved in the video, you just never know what you're going to get. So they always made it lively.
And I love that. That was Brooke's video, the sports video, and when and the names that you gave us and everything, they were so appropriate. I love Lauren, Sweet Pea. There she is with her the braids,
flower.
That
I didn't distract you from my jump roping skills.
Okay, so outtakes.
My battery's about to die, but love you, ladies. I will.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Outtakes. Well, the last video, the thank you video to Coach Todd, I thought was a really, really great video. Between all the fun stuff that we had, and then Brian's share of how our coach is just a really special guy, because he just combines he's just a great role model for all of us, just like the Fusion Project is a great role model for our gals out there. So that's a fun moment for me. You were really funny, and everyone was just great. So when people get to like relax and just let their hair down and show who their authentic self is, and laugh. So,
and so I want to share that one of the things that I think of are your glasses, because they show up every once in a while. And if you guys haven't seen Brooke in her glasses, go check out the Thank You Todd, Team Todd video, which is number, which one was that? That was 8? No,
8.
7.
8.
7.
Yeah.
I mean 8. Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I'm sure that the T-shirts are on the way, right?
Yes.
So you'll get them.
She'll get it. It might take a while to get to Nigeria. So.
Yeah, Nigeria is a little bit, it just takes a little longer. But that's what's so great about it being digital, that we can do these things in real time. So, I want to thank you for coming on with me today and sharing what your experience with the Next Impactor and Team Todd and the Fusion Project has been. I will share this, is that I feel that my life is a much better life because of this. The Next Impactor, I had no idea what I was really getting involved with. I just thought, okay, sounds good. I'm getting my name out there. I'm really working on getting Chemo Buddy's name out there. And I had no idea how amazing this experience was going to truly become, and is still. Yes. And I do believe that we have created in our team a team that, like it has been shared, that we will remain a team no matter what happens on Saturday, and
Yeah.
support each other, and that's what's
Yes.
so exciting. And
Right.
you don't always find that in a group of people that have strong personalities and strong missions, and yet good hearts, and I'm grateful for that. So, and grateful
Yes.
for you, Brooke.
Oh, thank you.
Grateful
Grateful.
for those, Lauren, and yes, we came together as a team, and we are leaving as a family. Oh,
Aw.
okay, you're gonna make me cry.
Getting over Clint.
It's a good thing I don't wear much makeup. Wink, wink, or any at all, except for. Okay, I will end
All
with
right.
this. I did, yeah, have
All
some
right.
some makeup on when I was doing mine, and yeah, but it was I kind of missed where I was supposed to put it. So, as we close, if you want to help me close it out, is there anything that you would like to add as we close out? Since you're one of the last ones standing with me today, anything that before Saturday you would like to share with everyone?
Well, I think everyone stay tuned to the next Impactor. Keep watching because things are getting better all the time, and continue to support everyone going support everyone. Now that you know what people's missions are, support them and really push them, because this is not the end of who we are as impactors. It's just so everyone just continue to support everyone in the competition, and don't be afraid to enter the next season of the next Impactor. So
Very well said. I have a lot of friends that had said that they wanted to be a part of it and they didn't know how to go about it. We've got Christ Orphanage has been promoted globally. Thank you to the Next Impactor community. Absolutely. You were chosen as one of the other teams and nonprofits, and so thrilled that you were, and grateful for the whole team. So are we. We are too. And that's
right.
one of the other things that I want to say as in my closing remarks is that you know when you have a global mission, you do touch people throughout the world, but you don't always get to touch them and get to be a part of a team like we have been. And I kind of wondered how that would work. However, with tools that we have, like the internet and Facebook and Messenger and Dropbox and all of these really great things, we can be a team that will work with people from every continent, every time zone. It doesn't matter. So if you or anyone that's out there thinking, okay, yeah, I would love to be a part of this, but I'm literally in Timbuktu or whatever it may be, don't let that stop you. Don't let it stop you if you don't even feel that your mission is completely defined, because that is not an uncommon thing. This is a place where you can get real clarity because you're kind of forced to in a really good way, right?
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah.
So as we end day number 265 of 365 days of awesome, celebrate success through service, I want to thank Team Todd. I want to thank every one of my teammates. I want to thank our amazing team coach, Coach Todd Special. I want to thank Lauren and Jeff, Lauren Harris and Jeff Levine, for coming up with such an amazing program, and thank those 25 that will not be going forward with us. However, you are, and don't exclude yourself from going forward. And if I'm in that 25, I'm not going to exclude myself from going forward with those that go forward. And those that are going forward, I want to say yes, yay, exciting. Now no time to think. It's time to run, not walk, and that's what's exciting. So we've had an exciting 3 months since March the 15th, when we were acknowledged as the top 50, and June 15th, this Saturday. Guys, watch out. Those people that have been supporting, whoever it is that you're supporting, hold on, and because it's going to be a wild ride until the finish line in Chicago on August the 30th.
The big party in Chicago.
Yep. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for coming and playing with us today, because in the end, the Fusion Project is what we are here to have as a winner in truth. So please, we're going to put the GoFundMe. If you want a shirt, put the money in and let us know that that's what it's for. If you and that's your thank you. If you want to donate to the girls and you don't want a shirt, then great. We can still be selling them for others. But let's make a difference in a program that is truly changing the life and generations of families out there. And you can actually say that you helped make a difference and create history, because this program will be a program that at some point in time will be in all schools. It's got to be. We've got to have it. All right.
All right. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Bye. See you guys later.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.